for this paper is to propose solution for logistic company through identifying main problem, root cause of the problem, and evaluate the proposed solution. Tiong Nam Logistic Solutions Sdn Bhd has been selected for case study, and Encik Akil Najmi as Logistic Office has been interviewed for obtaining the required information. The main problem in Tiong Nam Logistic Solutions Sdn Bhd is quality in handling the item. The root cause of this problem is standard operating procedure, which often undergo change over time due to evolving industry standard or regulatory requirement. Communication can be a problem between local worker and foreign worker, and this may make this procedure even more difficult. Lastly, the lack of worker in handling goods. The benefit of the study, we know the main problem, we can determine the main cause of the problem, and we can propose the recommended solution and evaluate the priority of the solution. The QC tool that has been used in our report is flowchart, Pareto, Ishikawa diagram, affinity diagram, relationship diagram, tree diagram, and matrix diagram to help to define the solution and identify the main problem in this report.
There are 7 quality tools. The first one, fishbone diagram. This diagram usually includes 6 types of cause of variation in quality, namely machine, material, method, measurement, environment, and people. The importance of fishbone diagram, they provide a visual representation of the elements that contribute to a certain result. This method can be used to examine the relationship between variables in the process that can detect problems in quality. Next, histogram. It is used to show the frequency of the certain category of factor, a frequency distribution that can explain a certain value. A graph that is commonly used to show a frequency distribution is a histogram. The importance of these quality tools, it can detecting isolation and identify trends and patterns in data. Assess whether the process can meet customer demands, identify the number of the quality control, and analyze the output from the previous process. The third, check sheet. The breakdown of questions that will be explained by using this method is who, what, when, where, and why. The important, you can use checklists when collecting data from a production process or when collecting data about problem. Defect location, and defect cause of similar issues. Scatter diagram. A scatter diagram plots a pair of numerical data of the axes, with each axis corresponding to a variable to find the relationship between them. Upon far along a line or curve, if there is a correlation between their variables. The stronger the correlation, the closer the point are. The importance of scatter diagram. A scatter diagram is an qualitative tool that shows the item plotted in a graph. It helps to understand if there is any relationship between the item and how the items are related to each other, to show the relationship between two variables, and to confirm or deny the cause and effect relationship between the two variables. Stratification is the process of organizing people, data, and objects into groups or layers. This technique can be used to separate and simplify data to form patterns and trends. The flowchart helps to see the relationship between process steps, optimize the process, and to see where problem and defect can occur. Flowchart is useful in an improvement project, process, or document any process. Pareto chart. The x-axis on this graph usually shows the type and frequency of production problem, and the y-axis shows the cost of each problem. The importance of Pareto chart, producer can understand where each item has an influence on their decision, can manage items on a large scale effectively by using different management methods, depending on their importance. Control chart shows the transition of the item and shows whether the item is in control or not. The importance of control chart can detecting and correcting problems in the production process, predicting the result of a process, and determining the stability of a process. The importance of scope of study. First one, to understand the definition, how to use the quality tools, the condition that require its use, and the element in each quality control method to make it easy for the researcher to find information about the data, the research agenda, and to solve and divide the data according to category and function. objective of the study is to identify the main problem in business. The interviewer will find out what are the problems faced by a Tiongnan owner in running a business, including financial aspect, customer aspect, customer behavior, business location, poor business strategy, or employee issue that to identify the root cause of the problem.
Background of study, company introduction, history, biography. Tiongnan Logistics Solution STM PhD, also called as Tiongnan Logistics. The company positions itself as a leader in the logistics industry. Location, the headquarters are in Johor, Malaysia. The company we do research are located at Lot 301 Taman Perindustrian Vijaya 1300 Sukhothai, Johor. History, Tiongnan was founded in 1975 as a small fuel company in Peninsula Malaysia. It has expanded its e-commerce logistics system and then started operation in 2017. Type of service, its specialists in third-party logistics include supply chains, warehousing, and other service. Employee focus, it has high value on its employees, now over 2,000 plus and 3,000 employees. Methodology, first, research design follow a strategy in the research process or chart. It identifies major issues to solve the solutions. Second, data collection. Research and interview circle to address internal and external difficulties to address quality-related contents and the use of quality control tools. Third, in order to meet objective of research, data analysis was done 7 quality control tools. Lastly, the research finding unique production department concerns breaking from quality issues.
I'm Chelsea. Now I would like to talk about process flow of Tiongnan Logistics production flow. First, process flow of the production line. We can see that they will take the order from the customer, example, like the product retail. Secondly, Tiongnan transport the customer consigned items such as large furniture or retail to their 3PL warehouse. Third, the 3PL warehouse receives the inventory and records it in the inventory to the system. Fourth, the customer inventory is also warehoused by the 3PL. Fifth, when the order is received from the consigned customer, the e-commerce order is sent directly from all your platforms to the 3PL provider. Next, Tiongnan 3PL will pick and pack the order systematically. 7. The order is shipped usually at the same time as the customer placed the order. Finally, the orders are delivered to the customer. Now I would like to talk about the main problem. Based on the Pareto diagram shows the problems faced in the Tiongnan Logistics Solutions Sdn Bhd, there are 5 main problems in the production line. First, SOP change. Second, communication issue. Third, goods control. 4, improper handling. Last, delay delivery. The most critical problem of the Tiongnan Logistics production and process is communication issue, which stands for 26.1% or 30 frequency from the overall of the 115 frequency, such as the workers from different countries using the different language. The next critical problem with second highest ranking is SOP change. Example change of the SOP transport security, that which stands for 21.7% or 25 frequency. Delay delivery being the third, which is 19.1% or 22 frequency from all of the feedback. Next, the fourth problem that occur in the production line is improper handling for 7.4% or 20 frequency. The last problem that is being ranked by employee is goods control, which stands for 15.7% or 18 frequency. Now I would like to talk about the main cause. Based on the Ishikawa diagram results, researchers found out that the main problems from the various causes. There are 5 major classifications of cause, which are workers, systems, communications, governments, and conditions. From the view of workers, researchers noticed that the workers who stack in propriety, loading and unloading parcel in propriety, workers who lack training and education, and the workers who act in employee thief that will cause logistic problems. Next, system. Warehouse equipment failure, security breaches, and information is not synchronized are the sources that will cause logistic problems too. Other than that, communication issue in workplace, such as linguistic difference between local employees and foreign workers, cultural difference among employees, and information that does not provide sufficient details will lead to logistic productions problems. Fourthly, governments. Change of SOP transport security, SOP for logistic quality control, and cargo inspections and customs clearance process that become rigorous and complex, also a factor that will lead to logistic problems. Lastly, conditions in logistic transit will also cause to logistic production problem. The researchers found weather related to delays to aircraft and suspensions to shipments, traffic congestions or accidents, and holidays leading to overloading, such as Chinese New Year, Malay New Year, or holiday, they will also result in logistic production problems. That's all from me. Thank you.
Based on the relationship diagram shown, it shows many main causes of problems in Dongnan Company. The image and reputation of Dongnan Company is affected by the poor quality in handling items and products, and the communication barriers between the international and local workers caused by lack of communication and multi-language between workers. Furthermore, lack of communication can also cause the insufficient amount of employees in handling items and products as they cannot communicate with each other. This situation will lead to frequent updates of change of processing items, and this also caused by the SOP of Dongnan is frequently changing according to the current situation. Furthermore, inconsistent quality of outcome will cause the lack of confidence and trust of customer towards Dongnan Company. In result, the company will face the main problem, which is poor quality management. Based on the tree diagram shown, Dongnan should improve the quality products by observing movement of employees by ensuring the employees are careful in every movement and provide feedback for the employees to make continuous improvement of awareness for the employees. This can assess the efficiency and accuracy of employees. Besides that, establish clear standard on the movement path and create checklists and documentation for the tracking of items. Address root causes of errors in movement of items. Next, employees are expected to take ownership of this responsibility and ensure the quality of the items. Thus, training and skill development can be done to increase defects recognition of employees. Based on the matrix diagram shown, the responsibility for each team members of Dongnan is important to evaluate the solution and reduce the number of damaged items. Team members such as operation manager, supply chain manager, logistic coordinator, warehouse manager, and transportation planner take the main responsibility in safety measure in handling the items. Operation manager and logistic coordinator take full responsibility in clear guidance of handling items. Supply chain manager need to analyze the process of Dongnan supply chain distribution and make a quality control checks. Operation manager need to apply a new technology such as apply weatherproofing for the packaging so that the products will not be spoiled or broken. Next, warehouse manager need to ensure that all the equipment are in a good condition. Operation manager plays a significant role to ensure the employees and team members do their tasks and duty. Warehouse manager need to ensure a proper packaging for each item.
Discussion. By analyzing the nature of the problem, we can quickly understand the structure and characteristic of the diagram, and thus the problem to be solved. This is indeed as we expected, but through this series of serious use of 7QS tools allow us and the company to better solve, find out where the problem is, the factors that occur, we find out how to solve it. Therefore, as expected, with the 7QS tools, we were able to get a better overview of a company.
In conclusion, based on Pareto analysis, communication issue is the main issue in Dongnan Solutions Sdn Bhd, which is 26.1% of the total problems. 5 main concern categories have been identified through Ishikawa diagram and relationship diagram are workers, system, communication, government, and condition. 40 solutions have been proposed for improvement based on 5 main causes. Based on matrix diagram evolution, 7 priority solutions have been identified as safety measure, clear guidance, quality control check, use of advanced technology, equipment maintenance, team communication, and proper packaging. This study will help 3PL company as a guideline to improve their handling process in the future for better performance.